Hey guys, what's up? This is Colton from Burnt Toast, and today we're going to take a look at Yveltal Garbodor, a very fun, powerful deck that cuts off abilities and is just all around quick. It's fun, and I like it. So, this is Garbodor with Garbotoxin ability. If this Pokemon has a tool card attached to it, each Pokemon in play in each other's hand and in each player's discard pile has no abilities. So that is one way to get around Pyroar. Pyroar has been causing a lot of problems. Garbodor gets around it. It also, it shuts off Verdant Wind ability by Virizion EX. It shuts off Red Signal by Genesect. It shuts off Dark Cloak by Darkrai. It shuts off everything except Garbotoxin, its own ability. So with that, we'll look at the rest of our Pokemon in this deck. We have 2 Darkrai EX with Dark Cloak. Each of your opponent that has Darkness Energy attached has no retreat cost. That is fantastic. Very useful in any dark deck. We have 3 Yveltal EX. Evil Ball, 1 dark and 1 colorless. Does 20 plus 20 more for each for the amount of energy attached to both active Pokemon. We've got Y Cyclone. It's 1 darkness and 2 colorless. Does 90. Move energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench. Very good attacks, very strong Pokemon that's just taking over right now. We have Jirachi EX with Stellar Guidance because this deck only runs 11 supporters. So with Stellar Guidance, you can, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to your bench, search your deck for a supporter, reveal it, and put that Pokemon into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So we do have that to help us search out a supporter if we need it. We've got our 2-2 line of Trubbish and Garbodor, and we have 1 Bouffalant with Goldbreaker, 3 colorless energy, does 60 plus 60 more if the defending Pokemon is an EX. This is one card that will be cycled out September 3rd. Very sad to see it go. Goldbreaker is such a good attack. And also Dark Patch will be cycled out, which we're going to use it as long as we can because September 3rd is not today. Dark Patch, attach a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Darkness Pokemon. Absolutely great card. It has helped Dark so much ever since it came out, and it's just been absolutely fantastic. Every Dark deck that's won Worlds has used Dark Patch. There's no questions about it. It is Dark's best friend. Our A-Spec in this deck is Dowsing Machine. Discard 2 cards from your hand, put a training card from discard pile into your hand. Now I choose Dowsing Machine over a computer search in this deck because not only sometimes do you have to discard your float stones or your muscle band that you would put on your Garbodor. Hopefully you'd never have to put a muscle band on it, but sometimes you have to. Float stone, the reason you put it on there is because you can retreat with it if somehow you get stuck. But we use Dowsing Machine because sometimes you have to discard your own float stones, and not only can you discard them, your opponent can when they're attached. So with a Dowsing Machine, you can grab it back and put it back on. I think that's the better card in this deck. So I choose Dowsing Machine. We've got 4 Hypnotoxic Laser. Your opponent is poisoned, and flip a coin if heads are now asleep. We've got 1 Pokemon Catcher, flip a coin if heads. Switch out your opponent's active Pokemon with 1 on the bench. 2 Professor's Letter. Search your deck for 2 basic energies, reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck afterwards. We have 2 Switch. It's just switch your active Pokemon with 1 on your bench. We've got 2 Tool Scraper. Sometimes you have got to get rid of your own tool card on your Garbodor because you need your Dark Cloak ability, or you need Stellar Guidance, or you need something. So we do use this instead of Megaphone, so we can get rid of our own tools. I think it's better in this deck. It's really the only time I'd see a Tool Scrapper be played over a Megaphone, but it works. We've got 4 Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Search for a Pokemon in your deck, reveal it, put it into your hand. Great search card. I absolutely love it. We've got 3 Verbank City Gem. Put 2 more damage counters on your poison Pokemon between turns. So Verbank City just does more damage with poison. It is Hypnotoxic's Laser's best friend. Laser Bank is awesome. We've got 2 Float Stone. This Pokemon card is attached to, has no retreat cost. That is because if we start with a Trubbish or a Garbodor is brought out with a Lysander but not killed or whatever, you can just retreat it next turn. So Float Stone is for Garbodor, and it's got to be used for the Garbotoxin ability. And we have 3 Muscle Band, does 20 more damage with your attacks. So 3 Muscle Band. Our supporters are 2 Colress. Shuffle your hand in your deck. Draw for the number of cards equal to the bench Pokemon, both yours and your opponent. Colress can be an absolutely great draw card. We have 1 Lysander. Switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active. So Lysander, just 1, I think is great for situations where, you know, you discard them early on. If you need them later, Dowsing Machine for it, whatever. It can be a late game changer or early game, whatever, when you use it. We've got 4 in. Each player shovels his or her hand into their deck. Then each player draws for the amount of prize cards remaining. So in is a great card that luckily will still be in because it was printed as a black and white promo card number 100. So it will still be in this next year. It will not be cycled out September 3rd. And then we've got 4 Professor Sycamore. Just discard your hand and draw 7. A fresh new start. Sycamore is great. Our energy, we have 8 Darkness and 4 Double Colors. So that is the cards in this deck. We're going to play a game with it. This is Yveltal Garbodor, and here we go. Alright, we're going to flip heads. And we get to go first. Alright. We're going to start with our Darkrai. I'm going to try to get out an Yveltal this turn, and then go for our Trubbish. Alright, so we see a Phantump, Palkia, whatever the heck this is going to be. We're going to Ultra Ball for our Yveltal. We've got 1 prize Trubbish. Both our Float Stones are here. Our Dark Patches are all here. So, alright, we're going to grab our Yveltal. We're not going to put down that Verbank because we do not have a laser. We don't want to get stuck with it. So we do get another Yveltal, a Trubbish, a laser, and we'll attach a Darkness Energy to our Yveltal. Yeah, and end our turn there. So we get 10 damage on that Phantump. It's looking like we're seeing some kind of poison deck. Maybe, I don't know, maybe an Aromatisse. I just don't know. But I know that when we see that Trevenant with Forest Curse, we will want our Garbodor to be completely set up because not being able to play item cards just sucks. It sucks. So we do want to be able to block that off. We see a Tierno and a pass turn. So our opponent isn't getting what they want. We're going to go ahead and attach the double colorless and end our turn because we don't have what we want either. Great. We see an Evisoda into a Trevenant. That gets rid of poison. And we now can no longer play item cards from our hand. I think our best way around that is just to knock it out. We'll need an energy on that Darkrai, retreat, and then Evil Ball or Y Cyclone. And we see a Scrope and a Phantump. So there will be more Trevenant to deal with. Alright, so it is our turn. And we can't play any cards, because they're all items. And there comes Verbank. And a Chorus for 8. A big fat Chorus. We want to knock out that Trevenant as quickly as possible. Because what our opponent's going to be doing is they will strafe with Palkia, it does 50 damage, and then they will switch into their Trevenant. That's the game plan that I'm seeing, and the rest of the deck's going to be around Poison. So here we are stuck in this fat situation. That sucks. Yeah, and here comes the strafe cycle. And another Trevenant. Absolutely wonderful. And they will switch into their Trevenant. So, alright, we get a Sycamore. Here's a Garbodor. We do get an energy. We will retreat into our Yveltal. We're going to leave that slot open for a Jirachi. And we will Y Cyclone for 180 and move an energy to the Yveltal. So, there we go. We've taken a prize. Alright. Sadly, we're not able to attach a tool card to Garbodor. Next turn, if strafe into Trevenant, we'll be able to knock it out. It is weak to darkness, so we will be able to knock out that Trevenant next turn if they strafe into it. Toxicroak does have triple poison. Poison's one thing we're going to worry about, but I'm not going to worry too much. Yeah, they're going to poison us here. So, with Verbank, that will do much more. Alright, we're going to lock off abilities here. And what I want to do is get rid of that Palkia. That is what I want to do. So hopefully Catcher works. But it doesn't. So we'll attach to the Yveltal, play our Hypnotoxic Laser. We do get the sleep. I don't want to play an in right now, so we're going to Y Cyclone and move the double colorless onto. That's the wrong freaking one. Crap. I meant to click the darkness energy. Awesome. Awesome. Way to go. Misclicks are great. Woohoo! Love it. Alright, that sucks. Okay, but the Toxicroak does stay asleep. That just sucks. Completely sucks. I do see a darkness energy go on to the Darkrai. I just have so much energy on that Yveltal. That's stupid. Alright, scoop up Cyclone. And we'll see a strafe into a Trevenant, and the cycle starts over. But we do have our tool card attached to our Garbodor, so there are no abilities, which is wonderful. Not quite sure actually what. Yeah, they'll go into the Toxicroak, and our Yveltal will go down. So we will promote that. Yveltal, attach a Darkness Energy. We'll bench our Darkrai and play our in. So we could power up a Darkrai, but I don't think that's what we want to do here. We're going to Y-Cyclone, moving an energy to the Boufflant. Alright, so we will not see a triple poison this turn. We'll actually be able to knock out that Toxicroak. They retreat. Okay. Alright. We'll see a strafe into something. Don't know what, but we will see something. Now that Garbodor is set up, their game plan is kind of off completely. Alright. So what's going to be brought to the active slot? Only did 70, so it can take another strafe later. Our Yveltal's not in bad shape. Our opponent's going to do something. Oh, so they decided not to switch. Okay, so here we're going to play our Colress for 9. See what to do here. We're going to Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of an N. We're going to Ultra Ball for an Yveltal. And attach a Darkness Energy. Hold on. We can do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Yeah, 140. Palkia has 180 HP. We can knock out the Palkia. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. But I think we should just play it safe, which is what we will do. And here we will let's Y-Cyclone, moving a Darkness Energy onto the Boufflant. I think that was the best thing to do. We've got energy around the board. I think later in the game it is better. I think that's the better option. Alright, so we're going to see a strafe. Not sure if they're going to switch. They do switch into a Trevenant. So we're going to, what a perfect top deck. We're going to Lysander out that Palkia and go ahead and get that over with. So we're going to promote our Boufflant because we can knock it out here with that. So Gold Breaker for 120. And we had 2 double colorless prized. That's something. Okay, so we see Darkrai come active. Yeah, we're gonna see a Night Spear. They're gonna knock out that Yveltal on the bench, and the Boufflant. So we need to take that out in return. That was a 3 prize turn. We're gonna promote our Yveltal. I'm gonna attach that double colorless. We need a big attack here. That's what we need. So we're gonna discard our Garbodor and our Sycamore. I'm gonna go for a Hypnotoxic Laser. And we're going to play that Colress. Alright, so Evil Ball for 160. Poison will do the rest. And it's a tied game. This is a tied game. Whatever is promoted next turn will be knocked out by Yveltal. There's no really way around it. We see a Skrelp and a Toxic Croak with triple poison, which will do 50, and then we'll just Evil Ball for that knockout in return. So this is Yveltal Garbodor. I don't think we could have seen a better matchup. I mean, a deck cycled completely around abilities played against a Garbodor. That's how Garbodor works. You see it cut them off, put them in a bind, even after a stupid misclick. We were able to come out of this game on top. We dealt 870 damage this game. Flipped 2 heads. Things went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the way that game went. We got out of a sticky situation to start with, so things went well. This is Yveltal Garbodor. Great deck. Very fun to play. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe. This is Colton from Burnt Toast. So see you later, guys. Good night.